I want something that looks like some psycho made this in his shed. I kind of like that gritty, dirty look. I was like, we make high quality masks and props for the Halloween and haunt industry. So let's take a tour, shall we? I wanted that kind of, crematorium look.
Brian, what's your oldest mold? And then they make things like this too.
Yeah, what would it be like if you took a mummified cat and stowed it to a baby doll? I was really trying to just gross everybody out, and for some reason, it hit.
We are here at Pumpkin Pulp Productions in Muncie, Indiana. These guys make all kinds of masks and staffs and props and things for anybody that's a horror fan and a Halloween enthusiast. This stuff looks absolutely amazing and it's actually pretty affordable. We're gonna take you behind the scenes of the factory and show you the storefront. So without further ado, let's get in here and look at some scary stuff.
Actually kind of slim pickings right now because these were all full.
Oh, that's all right.
Order's house. Hi, I'm Brian Blair. I'm the owner of Pumpkin Pulp. We're based in Muncie, Indiana, and we've been doing this probably close to 20 years now, something like that. We make high quality masks and props for the Halloween and haunt industry. So let's take a tour, shall we? These here are our racks. These are where everything's done and getting ready to get shipped out, which as you see, a lot of it's empty now because we got a lot of orders just went out. But we'll come back here in the back and we'll start the tour in the back because that's where the whole production starts there. Look busy, Chandler. So basically what it all starts with, I sculpt something out in clay. We sculpt the mask out or prop or whatever we're doing, and we go to molding everything. So this is our mold area here. This is Chandler. Say hi, Chandler. These are all our molds back here. So these are our production molds. We make a master mold first, and then we make more molds off that one because we sell high volumes of everything. Goes from the mold and it goes over here, and we have all the whole latex department. So we pour all the latex in the mask, which these are poured now. Huh. But we do about 3 coats of latex and everything. That's why our masks and stuff are a little bit thicker, so they last a lot longer. When it dries, it turns into basically rubber. So this one's about ready to get pulled, I think. After that part, it goes back to Chandler over here, which he's trimming stuff up right now. So he'll trim everything out and get it ready to go, and then it goes over to our paint area. Paint. And these are our ovens over here. I call them ovens, but they're kind of just like hot boxes. So we throw them in there. It just kind of helps the latex to dry a little faster. Got fans and a little heat in there. When it's summertime, we can kind of put them outside, but in the wintertime, you got to have this to get anything done on time.
And they actually look like ovens.
They do, yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. I wanted that kind of, crematorium look.
Right, right.
Brian, what's your oldest mold?
The first mask I did was the original hog.
Okay.
So that's kind of where it kind of started. And the reason I did that, because I was wanting to do a haunt, which that was the beginning of Scaravania.
I always remember that cow head, and in the haunt,
Yes.
it was used as it was, like kind of dumping out.
Yeah.
And it looked very realistic.
Well, the thing is, with the original pig and cow head, those are really the only 2 pieces I never sculpted. Not many people know this, but I didn't sculpt them. I got the idea. My brother's like, well, why are you going to sculpt it? Why don't you just go get one? So, okay. So I called the Farmland Meat Locker place and went and bought an actual pig head and a cow head and molded right off of them. And it was one of the more disgusting days I had.
Well, that's how you get a realistic looking head,
Yeah, you've been doing the pig, the ultra cow, it heats up the mold. So I kind of had like a savory ham smell in the shop.
Nice and warm, yeah.
Adds nice character.
Yeah, no, after that, that's when I started sculpting stuff after that. And it's, like I said, we just started building our catalog and going to town, so.
Yeah.
What's some feedback you've gotten from like the actors and stuff that are wearing these? Like what makes them so much more unique than what else is out there?
One of the things that I did, we had the haunt, so I kind of knew what we liked. And that's why we like the half mask. So we kind of have your back heads open with the straps. I don't know if people were doing that before I did or what. We started doing them and...
Not as much, no.
Yeah, we were using like the belts and stuff to begin with. And everybody loved them because you weren't sweating to death out there. You wear a full head latex mask, you can't wear it very long. And these actors loved them because they could easily lift it up quickly. And honestly, in a haunt, no one sees the back of you.
Not very
If
often.
they do, they're not doing your job.
Good point, good point.
So I think that kind of changed a lot. Everybody's just sold tons of those things. And I love the silicone masks too, but the price point on those is just it's hard to buy all silicone for a haunt. And I know how haunters treat masks. So
right.
as the owner of a haunt, you know that I don't want to spend that much on that.
Right, right.
So it'll probably be on the floor by the end of the night.
Now, in addition to the masks, they also make, like Chandler's working on the Forevermore doll pieces.
Yes. Forevermore dolls are huge for us. We've sold tons of those things. We got the idea a long time ago. It's like, what would it be like if you took a mummified cat and stowed it to a baby doll? I was really trying to just gross everybody out, and for some reason, it hit. especially with women, for some reason, they loved it.
They got them.
They
I
just took
had
off.
one of the first ones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they are
it's like
so
a
cute.
disgusting cute thing. I don't know,
Yeah.
but it worked. Like I said, that whole line is just expanded, and we do more every year. So yeah, that's been huge. We do about just as many dolls as we do masking.
Oh, wow. Holy crap. Well, they're
So-
great for characters to carry
Yeah,
around.
that too.
They've got their grubby little fingers and
Yeah.
toes and
Yeah.
things. And
I get
know.
people send me pictures, and they got like their whole room's nothing but forevermore dolls.
nice.
Like, please continue to be my friend.
People like to redress them too. Like people put PJs on them.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Little cute outfits.
I have Scare Factor on our cat. So I'll
There
have
you
to
go.
send you a picture of it. It's
Yeah,
cute. And then they make things like this, too.
Yeah, we
see
got the
this.
swamp sticks we do there.
Yeah.
Those,
Those
have been pretty good.
those have some unique features, don't they?
Yeah, they light up.
They light up. There it
Yeah,
is.
push-
Oh,
yeah.
there
Yeah.
it lit up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, so those have been really good. The other thing that's really taken off is the creeping up the walls. The
Oh,
tongue.
where their tongues.
Yeah, so everybody loves those things, which these are some of the ones here. These haven't been painted yet, but soon will be. There's our Frankenstein one with the jaw.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And then their tongues. And then do those light up too?
These are our lanterns, yeah. We got.
Okay.
They just put like little tea lights in them, and haunters will carry them around at night. And,
Nice.
We need to put one of those on our porch. Now, are those drying? Is that?
these are the ones that have been painted, yeah. So
Okay.
these are drying on this side, and then over here is the ones that are trimmed, getting ready to get painted.
Oh, there you go.
Lindsay right here, she's doing one of the swamp sticks.
Ooh, look at the
They'll
teeth.
detail all the stuff. She'll
Yeah.
put teeth on, hair.
I hope we see
Now you
more
said
of
hair.
those.
What all? How does that work? Because
Yeah.
I mean, it's just glued on. Yeah, we
Okay.
just use, we buy a hair ton by the tons. We just use contact cement basically.
oh, okay.
They look so
It's a
real,
tedious process, and that's why everybody has how we price things, but it just depends on how much time you got into it.
though. How many masks would you say you guys ship out every year?
Oh man, I don't know. It's it's funny. When I started this, I read an article and it was one of the haunt magazines that was on Ed at Distortions, and he was in there talking about how he created the electric chair guy, and I think he said he sold like 50 the first year. And I was reading this magazine. I was like younger, and I thought, man, I was like, if I could just come up with one thing and sell 50 of it, I made it. I'm there. We've had that many
You've
times
made it.
over now. So I'm
A
like,
few more than 50. Yeah.
like we probably sold, honestly, like the pig mask. I would say we probably sold thousands at this point.
Yeah,
Wow.
we see them a
That's
lot too, and
crazy.
we always know when they're pumpkin pulp
Yeah.
too. Like you can just tell.
They have a very distinguished look.
Yeah, we kind of have a different look, and that's what I like. When I came on the scene, everything was pretty polished and clean, and I kind of like that gritty, dirty look. And I was like, when I first did the pig, I was like, I want something that looks like some psycho made this in his shed.
I did. You.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, is that not true?
My wife. It was either this or McDonald's.
Yeah, I would
This
totally
be-
pick this.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's all
There's
our,
probably
a lot
some
of
in
our
there,
dolls. These are the ones getting ready to go out here.
Oh, they have little cubbies that they sit in before they
They
leave.
do. Be careful with this
Don't give
one
them any
out there.
candy after midnight,
Yeah.
It'd be nice if they were productive while we were gone.
right?
So yeah, this is some of the other stuff we came up this year too. We got the basically dead stuff in bags. So we have like the dead possum, and
The
we
monkey.
did the funky monkey. We got little symbols.
Nice.
You could use them as actual bags too. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
Are all
Go
of
to the
these-
grocery, can of soup.
Oh yeah, you can
in the
open them
store?
up. Yeah.
And I'm already figuring out what we're doing for next year at this point. So I'm really excited to go ahead and start getting on some new stuff. So
Sweet. Where do you
fun.
get your inspiration from?
you know what? I'm a horror addict. I just watch horror movies all the time, and I don't know.
Just wherever.
I just pull
You
it out.
dream it.
Well, yeah, but, a lot of people sketch stuff up, but honestly, my best thing, I like sit down with this clay and the mask to see what goes and see what comes out. And I never know, sometimes I'll come with something, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be huge. This is gonna be great. And then it doesn't. Then something I work like quickly on, whip out in a day, and it's like, well, there's our best seller.
Right,
Didn't know that.
right.
Yeah, it's a fun job.
Do you still have the gator mask?
I do somewhere. just
I
saw
always
one of
liked
those
that
somewhere.
one. For some reason, it was so unnerving.
That was one of the first ones we did too, and I've been saying for years now I want to redo that mask. I know I can
Yeah.
sculpt better, and I was like, you know what? I need to make it where the mouth moves on this one, where you can get some action going.
Yep.
But
That
yeah.
would be really good coming up out of those laser swamps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we had a lot of like Florida haunts stuff. Love that gator mask down
yeah.
south.
Yeah.
I liked seeing it at Scaravania.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember the guy
Yeah.
that played that character too. That was scary.
Yeah.
Speaking of Scaravania, tell us a little bit about that. What is Scaravania?
Well, Scaravania, we had a haunt. We ran it for, I think we were on 13 years. It was great. And honestly, it got to the point I had to make that Sophie's choice of Pumpkin Pulp or Scaravania because there was just no way this was taking off so fast. So we kind of decided to just let that go. And it was about COVID time. So it was like, you know what? It just seems like it's the right thing to do. This kept going. Chandler here come to me one day and he's begging me to start Scaravania again. So, you know, I thought, you know what? Let's start Scaravania again. But I said, this is going to be different this time. I said, it got too much last time. We had, 50 kids here a night, all the volunteers. It was like, I can't do this anymore. So I said, let's scale it down a bit. I said, this one's for us. I said, I want one for us. Let's do what we want to do, have fun. It's something for our community. We're not the biggest town. Give everybody something to do around Halloween time and just have fun with it again. Because I always told my wife, I said, when I don't have fun, I don't want to do it anymore. We'd started up last year and it was the first time I had a lot of fun in a while. So I was like, yeah. I was like, this is about perfect.
So this will be year 2 of the new version?
This will be year 2.
Okay.
Yeah. And honestly, I couldn't have brought it back without this guy right here. He's got quite the inspiration and talent. So.
Yeah.
He loves Scaravania. Yeah, I couldn't be happier. Our cool bathroom with the creature. I mean, you look at
Oh,
that.
yeah. Look at the little dog in there.
It's all themed out.
The little doggo.
Yeah. My wife put that there. Melissa did, so. He's done what she decorated.
Yes.
Brian just had
Go
I got
put
the
a little,
ghoulies and the creature, and she's like, let's put a dog there.
put a little pumpkin. I'm going to want to buy too
Sasquatch
much in here.
toes.
You gotta have one of those.
I do have
Pumpkin
one.
Pulp,
I think I have
home of the
2.
lucky Sasquatch toe. I had one guy at a show, he go into me with that, he's like, not big enough. I've seen him.
Oh my God.
Oh, really? Maybe it's his little toe.
The little pinky toe.
So this is our new store. We just put this in last year and we did some modifications to it this year, but basically all our line of stuff, masks, we got all our wall hangers over here. Back here we got all our Forevermore dolls. And then we got lots of other stuff, hot chocolates and teas and pillows and backpacks.
Smells good in here.
That's why we put the incense and soap so you don't just smell latex all the time. Wife does hats, so she's been making hats, wood hats, and
I like that house up there too. That is awesome.
yeah, the old doll. Somebody was throwing that away. I was like,
What?
no, you're not.
Right.
They threw it away and then you painted it?
Yeah, actually, my brother brought it to me. He goes, "You're gonna throw it away," and I was like, so I creeped it up. So but I kind of wanted that feel, just to pack stuff in here as much as possible.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I love this place.
Is the store open year round?
It kind of is. We're trying to figure out the hours, kind of like by appointment. But when it gets close to this time, we start opening more.
Okay,
So like
cool.
October, we'll probably be open a ton.
If you're
So,
watching this, get over here
yeah.
to the store.
Muncie.
What's the name of the website?
Website the easiest way is pumpkinpulp.com. Buy stuff right off there too. Well, I know Nora wanted a new look.
I did.
Oh
So we have
yeah.
to shop for a new look
I
for
did
her.
want to
Right.
look.
We got basically a whole farm animal thing going, whatever you need.
I feel like
Clowns.
Sissy would fit her well. Sissy over there.
This one?
Yeah.
Or a Barbie.
Barbie.
Oh God,
Yeah.
let's do Barbie.
Gotta do-
So here's our bad Barbie mask. These are all adjustable. Fit it over your head there. Pull it in the back. Put the jaw underneath your jaw.
Making sure I
And we
don't
can
pull
tighten it up a
somewhere.
bit. Sometimes the jaws move on them, so you got a little bit of movement with the jaw, or
Probably tighten it to do that.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Wow.
What a beauty.
Yeah. That's not the word I'd use, but
Depends on what you're into.
right. But she's gonna come after me now. Uh-oh.
It's actually not bad at all.
Yeah.
Now what do I do?
Wear that the rest of the interview, okay? But yeah, they're not too heavy, so
The detail too on some of these is like,
Cute.
well, the detail on all of them, but like this guy.
yeah. Some, like I said, the price ranges, like some of these aren't as expensive because there's just not as much work. But like the white one up there, you got a lot of hair work. So
Oh yeah.
you get a little more.
Well, what would you say is your low end and your high end?
Well, we do have our face masks. I think they're like $50. You know,
Okay.
they just cover your face. I don't see those here. But like it goes all the way up, like those are like $300 for the more expensive ones.
That's still not bad.
No,
Yeah.
not at
That's
all.
a big mask.
You can
yeah.
pay me more if you want.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what new ones we had this year. I know we did the Wendigo this year. We had the vintage trick-or-treater ones we just did.
I bet those are going to be popular.
Yeah, they ran really well.
Good.
Pretty Princess, and the hog-tied one there.
I had not seen that one.
The sad sack, yeah.
Another thing I like as a horn actor, sometimes people see our masks and they'll buy them and do cool variants. Like one of our actors, Michael, he took our sad sack mask and he painted it white and black and he done like a mime character with it.
Mm-hmm. Make it their own, yeah.
There's our wall hanger ones there too,
Mm-hmm.
in action.
I love the eyeball.
You got a pirate down there too.
Yeah.
A little knife.
Yeah.
All right, guys, hope you enjoyed this tour of Pumpkin Pulp's store and their factory. Give us a comment down below. But don't forget to stick around. We're going to take you behind the scenes of the haunted house here called Scaravania. I will see you in that video. Until then. Stay scary.